From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Dolphins at 500, sitting at 5-5, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second down at 4.
They go play action. Bridgewater steps away. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Bridgewater now. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 26. A first down throw for Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
3rd and short yardage, Mills. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. The kick by Lambo is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater gets this one to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Bridgewater again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Play fake, Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Mills.
Complete to Hilton.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
The Texans send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Bridgewater's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Bridgewater. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And Kevin Pierre-Louis there to bring him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing is Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, a 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
He's got room at the 30.
And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He's got it to Hilton. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Mills.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. Loose inside the 30. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Play action now. Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Quick throw here to Hilton. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the 29, Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Mills to throw it.
This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Mills going to throw for it.
He's got it at the 2. And he will not make it to the goal line. He'll come up short. And they'll be unable to get this back within one score as it stays a 9-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to the running game with Mostert.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. A 5-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Bridgewater will try and throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mills.
This is caught by Hilton. They find some open field here.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mills on first down.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mack. And the Texans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Gus Edwards, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Bridgewater now from the 50. Another catch there for Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
third down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Malik Collins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Dorsett on the return. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Mills throw here pulled in by Hilton.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. Their partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mills.
They'll roll him out right. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. From 19 yards away.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now
Yeah, they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the gun, here's Mills. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strongest safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Mills. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lambeau is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he?
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On second down, Mostert.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And they're able to stop it here on the spike with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Houston, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.